Good morning, traders. This is your captain speaking, and welcome back to the 100 to 1 million series. Just a few seconds from now, we're going to hear the opening bell, and we're going to see that great number probably drop down to like 2,000 or something because NVDA all the way back up because of AMD earnings. Oh, it's not that bad. We are going to hold because I do believe that with the Fed decision later today, the whole market will be dropping. So as long as it doesn't happen like another JP Morgan situation, NVIDIA should drop down with it. Now, as for the Fed and what I expect, if we look at the SPY, the market is down a bit. Again, it was at that pretty much 390 level earlier yesterday before that drop. The three scenarios that I see playing out are either it spikes up to that 390 level upon announcement, just from maybe optimism that this 75 basis point hike is the only one and something like that. And then once the press conference starts, the market will start to take a turn downwards. Or we get a drop to not there, maybe the 370s, maybe 380 on the low right there upon announcement, and then the press conference when he takes a more dovish tone and it spikes upwards. And then lastly, third scenario, just comes straight out of the gun, takes a bazooka to the market and says 100 basis point hike. And if that's the case, I mean, we are going straight down. But for now, we're just going to be holding on to these puts. You see how we went from being up to being down 500 overall, or $1,600 loss on the day. Not great, but again, we're just holding for later. All right, guys, I thought it would be a pretty fun thing to record this and see it go down live. We got 20 seconds until the Fed decision. And you see right here on our NVIDIA puts, we are down 600 total, but from the highs that we were at yesterday, almost 2,000. You can see it did come way off the highs after that AMD earnings. So let's see. Okay, a spike up. Kind of what I was expecting there. We have, if you look at the SPY, the spike and now the drop. So that's perfect. We have the alarm testing. That's kind of funny. Very fitting with the Fed decision. As you see the SPY just kind of bouncing around, there's usually a spike in one direction, and then once that happens, we have the press conference at 1:30 that switches the direction. So we will see here what that does. And again, we're down quite a bit because now NVIDIA is way up here. Again, as long as it doesn't break the high, I'm okay with that. Just so we can see that it does, in fact, reverse from there. But again, if we look at the SPY, yeah, it's way up there. So in perfect world, had I taken the Netflix trade, I would have been able to sell at a profit, because if we look at Netflix, it was way down all day today, and it was at 300 yesterday when I would have bought the put. but I didn't. I chose NVIDIA, and that's where we are. So now SPY is way up, but again, it's still not breaking past the 390. That was the level that we expected. If it gets to that point and then starts to reverse, then I'll know that overall it is coming down. So for now, we just gotta wait and see. The reversal will probably happen at around 1:30, but we will see. We are back, and now without the siren, so there's that. Yep, not looking good because NVIDIA is now at 141.55. But the press conference is about to start, so we will look at SPY and see what happens there. Because again, from my experience, every time a movement happens, the press conference will reverse it, and then it'll go in that direction. So we will see. I'm expecting, to 390 again to go with where it was just yesterday before it fell. But we will see. 388. Now, for NVIDIA, we still have until Friday, so I feel good holding it at least until tomorrow. And I do get all my day trades back. I do have one currently, but I get all of them back tomorrow. And so I'd rather, assuming the press conference goes well in my direction anyway, causes the market to go back down, it should be fine to hold. So we'll see. And I mean, worst case, I can sell it right here and still be up a significant amount for the week and of course for the month. So it's not too bad, and there's only upside from here. So I will check back in a couple minutes probably. And there we go, guys. The hammer drop that inflation has, while been slowing down, they still think that the rates need to go higher than expected to get it to their target. And now the market is coming down. Let's look at the SPY. Again, would have been a great day trade, but I didn't want to bail on our position because I didn't need to. So it's okay. We don't have to fret over that, and we'll just kind of ride this down. Depending on how low it goes, though, we will have to take care on where we end up taking these profits, because it should eventually get into profit range. We're now only down 500. So it's yet to be determined, but we will see here in a second whether it continues to drop, because now it's just at the lows of the day and now it's starting to bounce back again. So we'll have to see here if it drops through that or not. But yeah, so that's just like clockwork, guys, every time. Don't get whiplashed by the Fed. At 1 o'clock, it goes one way, and then pretty much at the press conference, it goes another way. So just keep that in mind. And the final now, talking about how it will take time. He's going to, it's premature to think about stopping the rate hike anytime soon, and markets are responding to that. The SPY is just down like crazy. Let's see where Amazon is. Is it close to my price that I want now? Nope. Still not in the 80s. That sucks. Yeah. So we look at NVDA and it's down here now, which unfortunately, because of time decay and all that, we are not even positive. Now we are, barely. So this might be a time to consider bailing on it. I don't want to, but the SPY is nearing that bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Don't want to, but it's the responsible thing to do. There we go. And I guess what I will do is go ahead and buy Amazon. We have 94s. There we go. $25 of them. Just off. So 24. We'll do that. No, it didn't. Did it really? Come on. Every time. Just get me in. I don't want to miss it. There we go. So now we switch to 97 or 94 calls for Amazon. So we'll see how that performs. Well, guys, man, did I mistime that one? I look like such a fool. Because if we go look at NVDA, I sold at 135 and went to 132. So here's the swing. Had I got this timing right, if we look at the options, those 138 puts that I had, that I sold for 300 or almost 700. So they would have been at least 7,000. At which point then, if I sold, I would have got an even better price for Amazon than 94. I would have got closer. Even if I got 93, still better. Does that, mean what my current position is horrible? No, because overall, Amazon here is just ridiculously cheap. So I feel good about Amazon bouncing back, but just to see that it would have been a major swing there, I would be closer to 10,000 instead of barely over 2 at this moment. I did sell the Bitcoin play though, which is crazy because here, if we look at like the NASDAQ and such things, it's down ridiculously 3.5%. But then Bitcoin didn't even do anything really. It's down 8%, which pretty crazy. So I just kind of dumped it. Could I have bought an extra call? Yeah, but meh. But yeah, so we're going to have to see what happens. And from there, the crazy day, has wrapped up and come to an end. This is your captain speaking, signing off.